right? I thought money was bad, but we had this entire conversation about how we need money for everything. We got to go get a job to have money. We got to go to school to get a better job to have more money. We have to do X to get money. We have to do Y to get money. We have to do Z to get money, but money's bad. Don't trust the rich people, whatever it is. That's sort of the context that I grew up in. And today I totally see it differently. I see money as a tool to help people. Let's talk about vision, right? I want to share my vision of how I first started growing up on a farm, wanting to work for corporate America, then hating it, then wanting to be an entrepreneur / real estate investor, so I could quit my job, and then wanting to support my mom, and then help other people, and then ultimately, this is where I'm at today. I want to use entrepreneurism and real estate investing and business ownership to change the world. That's the vision I have today. Now, I didn't start there, but I want to share that journey, because if you guys don't have a vision, if you guys don't have purpose, if you guys don't have passion, you will not get anywhere, right? You will stop, you will fail, you will quit, and it's that, you can call it your why, you can call it whatever you want. I call it my vision, I call it my passion, I call it my purpose, because we have enough money today to sort of quit and hang it up and, go on that proverbial trail. But I'm telling you, that's sort of boring. It's sort of boring. And so the reason I want to share this is because I want to inspire you to have passion. I want to inspire you to have purpose. And I want to inspire you to have whatever it is that you want. Now, when I first started this journey, as I call it, I was 18 years old, and I didn't have any passion, I didn't have any purpose, I didn't have any intention. I was just waking up every day, going through that cycle, going to work, going to school, and then I eventually graduated high school, and I was, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the real world. Here we are. What do I do? And, like if you've listened to anything else I've shared before, I didn't know what to do, so I asked around. And, I really wanted to travel. I wanted to make a lot of money. I wanted to help a lot of people. And the answer for me was, we'll start a business, right? Business people can do that. Investor people can do that. And of course, I asked everyone, how do you accomplish that? And all of them said, go to school. And I'm here to tell you, I'm not, I'm a college graduate, double degree, Indiana University, business and finance. And I'm not here to put down college, but I'm also here to say what I've learned today, how I actually learned how to make money was not in college, right? It was hanging around people that were actually doing it, buying coaching, buying mentorship, buying, education from people actually out there doing it, and then getting busy, right? I did learn a lot in college, so I don't want to downgrade that, but I'm telling you, if I would have taken the same route and spent 5 years doing what I did after college in this world called entrepreneurism, I'd be having the same conversation, except we haven't be having it from my private yacht, is what I tell people. So, wherever you're at is perfect, but you really got to create that vision. So fast forward, I went to college, got into corporate America, made 6 figures, blah, blah, blah. Then I was miserable. I'm like, okay, now how do I get out of this? I just spent 8 years getting into this. Now how do I get out of it? And that was my first purpose. That was my first passion to really start a business and entrepreneurship. And I joined a group. Of like-minded individuals that were doing this, that were beating the same drum as me. And I worked really hard for about 2 to 3 years, and then I was able to quit my job. Right? Then it was like, oh my gosh, this newfound freedom. And then I had this freedom and I didn't know what to do with it. And so I got a little sidetracked and I started too many businesses. Didn't have a focus, didn't have a purpose, didn't have a passion around that. And then, I got focused again, and my next purpose was to help my mom retire. Right? So, fast forward, got that done. And then my next purpose was, well, how many other people can we help do this? I've accomplished this. I've achieved the quote unquote financial freedom that I was looking for. I was able to quit my job. I was able to travel. But I was like, well, what's next? what do I want to dedicate my life to? Then it was like, well, let's help other people. And that's how we started this office. And then, fast forward to that, I'm like, okay, we're helping a lot of people, changing a lot of lives. What's the next step? And here's where I'm at today is I believe entrepreneurship, real estate investing, business ownership, that whole world of it, we're just going to lump all that, can literally change the world. And me and my wife are putting our money where our mouth is. And what I mean by that is we're literally traveling the world with this passion that we have, with this purpose that we have. We just spent 4 months in Colombia, right? We have a foundation there that we're supporting. We are now in Peru, Cusco, Peru. We're starting something down here. And here's the idea. These people in South America, they're absolutely amazing. They're very entrepreneurial minded. They're hustlers. I remember when I first would see people on the street, in Mexico and other parts of the world. Here was my thought, and I'm being really honest, so don't judge me. Here's my thought was, why don't they go get a real job? And today I'm like, oh my gosh, these people, now the only thing that changed was my mindset. I respect their hustle, because I've had to hustle to get here, and oh my gosh, I had to get out of my comfort zone to get here. So the thought that I have today is, oh my gosh, these people are so entrepreneurial minded that they'll find a way to make money out of anything, right? And so what we really looked at, me and my wife, we said, you know what, how cool would it be to teach these individuals, help put the process around that, help put systems around that, and help them learn how to actually scale a business, run a business. And so that way, instead of, having to learn how to make money, or let me rephrase that, instead of, asking for money, we can teach them how to make money and run a business. And then we can create this whole organization around, okay, hey, now you've learned it, now you're going to teach somebody else. Now you've learned it, now you're going to teach somebody else. Now you learned it, and now you're going to teach somebody else. So instead of giving money for, whatever it is that they're asking for, we're taking our money and we're funding these programs. We're buying them food. Obviously, everybody needs food and shelter. But once we have that, we really want to bring books and education material in and teach them what about business and about economics and about this whole world of entrepreneurship, so that they can start a business. And guess where they're going to get their team members from, right? And I don't use employees for a reason. Employees, team members, however you want to articulate it. Where do you think they're going to get those individuals from, right? They're going to get them from the surrounding area, their community, and then they're going to teach those individuals about it. And then they can go through our program and learn about entrepreneurship and business ownership and money. I never really understood this. I had this idea because when I grew up, I was part of some organizations and they were always asking for money. And then they would take that money and they would buy stuff, right? Products the consumables. And I thought to myself, why don't we take that money that we raised and buy a business or start a business, and then take that business and make more money with it? Because that's an endless supply of cash flow. That's an endless supply of income. So instead of asking for people, let me rephrase that, instead of asking people for money, what we can do is we can create money by providing value to the world. And so that is our mission today, is to cure poverty, to cure hunger, to cure whatever it is that is out there that is not empowering, to cure that with entrepreneurism, business ownership, and obviously personal development and ethics, morals, that whole world of it. Because when I grew up, I thought money was bad. Right? I thought money was bad, but we had this entire conversation about how we need money for everything. We got to go get a job to have money. We got to go to school to get a better job to have more money. We have to do X to get money. We have to do Y to get money. We have to do Z to get money. But money's bad. Don't trust the rich people. Whatever it is, that's sort of the context that I grew up in. And today, I totally see it differently. I see money as a tool to help people. And that is what me and my wife are up to. And so if you're listening to this and you're interested in this, reach out to us. Let's have a conversation of how we can work together to literally change the world. Because right now our office is, our real estate investing office, entrepreneur office, is almost 800 people. and we're growing on a daily basis, and we're looking for like-minded individuals to help us with that, to bring new ideas, to bring whatever is wanted and or needed to fill this gap out there in the world, specifically around business ownership, entrepreneurship, and finances. So the idea is, again, let me tell you about our organization in Colombia. There's these beautiful kids, right? Beautiful kids, beautiful people, and guess what? They live on almost nothing a day, almost nothing a month. And when we went down to see them, they were just absolutely amazing. They just didn't have the opportunity. They just didn't have that roadmap. So what we're up to, right, is the first thing is they have to have their mind. And one of the things we want to help support them around is their mind, is make sure they're fed. Right, so that is where we're starting with that, and so we're helping support them on food. We're paying for their food, so now that they have, now that they're not hungry, they can actually listen to what we have to say. Because if you've ever gone a while without eating, right, it's hard to pay attention, and just the whole world of that. So we want to make sure that these people are taken care of with food and shelter. Those are basic necessities, clean water, that whole world of it. But then what we're going to do is we're working with individuals that are local in that community to help educate them, right? And we realize this is not something that happens overnight. It has taken me, I'm 35, and people ask me, well, how long has it taken you to get here? It's taken me 35 years. And people, and then I laugh a little, and people don't understand that. Wherever you're at is a lifelong journey that got you there, and it's not going to change overnight. And what I believe is people don't have the staying power to really make a difference in these communities. They expect things to happen overnight. They expect things to happen much faster than they actually can happen, because what we're doing is we're literally changing generations. We're literally transforming lifetimes of programming around their parents, around their grandparents, around their societies, around their community. So this is much bigger than just learning entrepreneurship. This is about changing mindset. This is about personal development. This is about showing them that they can have whatever they want if they can just put their mind to it. And I'm here to tell you, I was told that a while ago, 10, 15, 20 years ago, but I didn't believe it. And it took me a while to believe it. And so I've been an entrepreneur for almost 9, going on 10 years. And I'm telling you, it was a journey, right? But I stuck to it because I had that sticking power. And guess what? I'm going to stick to this until forever, because this is how me and my wife, me and my office, me and the collective are literally going to change the world. And here's what's going to happen next is once they start creating money, right? And then they're going to have more money to help reinvest back in the communities, because we want to instill, values and camaraderie and, making a difference with other people. That's how my whole office is created. It's, if everybody's giving, everybody's getting. So this is the vision, this is the passion, this is the purpose that me and my wife have created. And I'm here to tell you, it will never, ever, ever be done. And that's exciting. Because my first goal of quitting my job, accomplished that. Then it was boring. Then it was like, well, let me take it back a step. My first goal was to make a lot of money, and I thought I was going to do it in corporate America. So I went to school, got school done. All right, accomplished that. Went into corporate America. It took me a while, but I got my quote unquote dream job, making 6 figures a year. Thought I was going to be happy and everything was going to be amazing. That was boring. And then I got depressed, because I'm like, this is going to be the rest of my life, right? Fast forward to that, quit my job. That was boring. Fast forward to that, made enough money to help support my mom. That was boring. Fast forward. And it's just like the mountains keep getting bigger as you keep crossing those peaks and seeing the next piece of my future. And today I can literally say, is this will be a lifelong endeavor. This is why I wake up every day. This is why I push through the things when I want to quit, because I realize I've given my word to these people, and they're expecting us to show up. They're expecting us to deliver. They're expecting us to perform. And that is fantastic, because when I wake up every day, I feel that we have a purpose. I feel that we have a passion, and I feel that we're literally making a difference in the world. So if you're out there, wherever you're at in this context, find something that lights you up like that. right? We just got to Cusco, Peru. We're already meeting people. My wife is interviewing people for her amazing book called, it's in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, but the translation is University of the Hood. My wife grew up in Puerto Rico very modestly, I'll say that. And she lived on the street for a little bit, and she had to fight every day for survival. And she became somebody very successful because of that. But the things that she learned on the street, the things that she learned, from entrepreneurs, we call them street entrepreneurs. You can't learn that in college. And so she's actually, as we travel the world, she is interviewing people that are doing this. People that are have fruit stands, people that are selling food, people that are polishing shoes. This whole world of people are out there that are putting it in every day to make money. And then we're going to create a book about it. Right? She's going to create a book about it, and that is what she's doing to fulfill on her purpose and her passion. And then then we're going to be teaching these kids, and we want to start with the kids because the kids are the future. The kids are literally let me rephrase that. Are the people that are going to make the difference. And if we can instill these thoughts and these characteristics and these beliefs and these passion inside of these kids, then they can make a difference. And I literally believe, and I believe this with all my heart, that we can have peace through entrepreneurship and business ownership, because it'll make money that can pay for things that people need, such as education, healthcare, roads, clean water, whatever it is takes money. Well, how do you make the money? Instead of asking for it, let's teach the people how to make it. And that is how we're going to change the world. So if you're into this, if you have a big purpose, if you have a big passion, share it with us. If you don't, get connected. Let's have a conversation, because I remember when I didn't have purpose, I didn't have passion, and life wasn't very exciting, right? Today, life is an adventure every day. We're traveling the world, we're meeting people, we're learning from people, we're educating people, and most of all is we're making a difference. So I'd love to hear your story. I'd love to hear what you're up to. Maybe it's as simple as, just be a great parent. That is a huge purpose. Okay, it doesn't have to be something like what we're up to. It could be, hey, one day for me it was like, hey, I just want to get through college. That was my purpose. Hey, I just want to get to that next step. And then we kept elevating it. So don't belittle yourself. Don't think you don't have a big enough purpose or passion or whatever it is. If it excites you and it lights you up, that is all that matters. It could literally be, hey, I want to make sure I've got the nicest yard in the neighborhood, and I want to make sure I'm going to teach everyone else how to mow their lawn. I don't know, but here's what I am here to share with you is I have literally talked to people that are so passionate about something, and in the grand scheme of things, it's minor, it's minuscule, but they're so passionate about it. I just want to hang around about them. Down here, in Colombia, we met people that were passionate about coffee. We met people that were passionate about their farms. We met people that were passionate about being tour guides. We met people that were just passionate. And it really doesn't matter what it is, but that passion, it can inspire, it can move, it can make a difference in other people's lives. So find something you're passionate about and let us know how we can help you, because business ownership, real estate investing, entrepreneurship, that whole world of it is simply a means to an end, right? And it can serve you. We have people in our office that are making movies, and they're using real estate and entrepreneurship to support that. Right? We have people that are here to feed the hungry, and they're using real estate and business ownership to make the money to feed the hungry. So whatever it is, we can support you, we can help you. In my opinion, we have the best support structure out there. So hit us up, right? We got support meetings 6 days a week. We have over 18 at this time of this podcast, and we're always adding more. We're always looking for amazing people to help us on this mission called empowering people to have an amazing life. So Zach Ullman, hope you have a beautiful day. Hit me up, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever we're at out there, and let's have a conversation. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.